Hi, this is Tanya from Love Buddha Tarot, back with the cards for the 28th and 29th of January for the weekend, the 28th and 29th. Um, right, I've listened to a couple of the videos back this week, and I know we have some new subscribers, so I have a little bit of a confession to make here. It's something I haven't mentioned before in my videos. But I've realized that sometimes when I'm talking, I tend to miss words out or I say words in the wrong way. Now, I'm very aware of this, but you know, obviously you aren't. The reason this happens, I actually have a tumor in my brain. It's fine. It's not going to kill me or anything like that, but it often affects my speech or my memory when I'm thinking about words. And I just noticed that, especially the one for Friday, that I'd missed a couple of words out in sentences. So I'm really sorry about that. It doesn't take very long before you learn to speak Tanya. So hopefully the new subscribers, you will eventually know what I'm talking about with them. But please forgive me if I do that. It's not my fault. It's my little squatter. That's what I call it. I have a squatter right in the center of my brain. So like I say, I just thought that I should mention that, just so you don't think I'm dumb. I'm not. I am sometimes, but like I say, there is a reason for it. Okay, so we get on for the cards for Saturday. So Saturday, like I say, it's been a bit of an eventful week, and the cards for Friday were all about new beginnings, and these are carrying on for Saturday here, because the Saturday's card is the Ace of Wands. Now, this again, like we mentioned yesterday, this talks about new beginnings, leaving the past behind, but it's got a great positivity with it. And it shows you that there is so much potential to accomplish like good things within your life. There's a lot of good things coming for you. And the message I get with this is like, just be like Nike, just do it, go for it. So it's like the universe is giving you the green light here. And it's also, I feel this is going after things that have, been deep in your heart as well. So this is sort of like it's like having a breakthrough moment, like an aha moment as well, because there's a lot of inspiration comes with it, a lot of motivation as well, particularly around maybe an idea that you have been thinking about for a while. So this is saying like that your eyes have been opened, to pretty much a whole new world and a whole new way of being, which is again what we talked about yesterday. But this has shown excitement for this as well, because like I say, the possibilities and the opportunities are great, and I feel once you start um to go with where you're guided and to go with what you're channeling as well, I think things will start to flow a lot better than what they have been as well. So what this is saying is like, go with what feels right. Okay, on paper it might not look right, but go with what feels right. It's all about the feels um at the moment as well. And like I say, this is about your listening to your inner guidance, and it's sort of talking of a period where you will be feeling more whole and feeling more authentic as well. So it's a real like wholesome authentic phase I feel is coming in. And this could be that you have changed complete direction, done a complete 180. So what this card is saying is that whatever has got that fire burning in your belly again, what started that little spark, now is the time to act. I feel things have been quite drudgerous. I don't know if drudgerous is a word, but drudgery and drudgerous is coming up here, and this is in the recent past. So this is talking about breaking free, and believing again that your dreams can come true, because once you believe it, then this is when they can happen. And once you take action and take that first step to fulfilling your dreams, that is when you're on the road, and that's when they're coming to you. So this is a great card for like the law of attraction, just ask for what you want, believe that it's coming to you, and then get ready to receive it. So this is sort of like a change in you, if that makes sense. I really feel there's a big growth in this, like I say, it might be a 180 change, but this is you stepping into the real you and stepping into the life that you want as well. And the Osho card that came with that one I'm actually going to read, there was 3 Osho cards fell out. You know, there was obviously Saturdays and Sundays and then another one. So I'm going to read these all together before I get onto the tarot card. And the first one that we got was Inner Voice. Now, and this is like the High Priestess. And again, this is talking about our intuition, going with your gut as well, you know. This is talking about crystals as well, but crystal clear clarity, I think. So this is your thinking is going to be a lot better here. And it's about feeling very aligned, very healed, and it's about you being very open to the messages that are coming from spirit as well. You know, again, this talks about water. There's a lot of healing here, but there's also a lot of flow. So things are just flowing. When you go with your gut, and when you go with the universe, this is when things just flow, and this is what this is talking about here. You know, and it's sort of, this is a new cycle where things are going to become clearer. Things that were at one time unknown or you were unsure of, it's like now they are going to present themselves, and it's suddenly going to be, right, okay, I understand that now, you know. So like I say, this is your third eye opening. Bizarrely enough, that is where I actually have the tumor on my third eye. I'll go into it one day because there's a reason it's there, and it's all quite interesting actually. But this is your third eye. This is your personal power. This is everything, your security. This is all being aligned and them all working together and all working in your favor as well. So there's, like I say, big changes coming when you do start listening to your gut and you do start sort of following the universe's guidance as well. You know, then we have this card of healing. And, you know, I really feel that this is massively necessary, because once we start to stand in our power and stand in our authentic self, this is when we start to heal. And what this card is, it's sort of like, when you look at that card, I love it. It's like a breath of fresh air whenever I pick this. There's a real coolness with it. And when I look at this, it always reminds me of Reiki. You've got the 2 hands there again over the third eye and over the solar plexus, which I've just mentioned in the other card, you know, actually turning on your connection, and this will actually empower you as well. So this is sort of like Reiki. Now, anybody that has had Reiki or does Reiki, you'll know that this is like love energy, you know, it's intuitive and it goes to where it is needed. So this is saying that you are ready to heal now, you know, you're not trying to hide any wounds. On Friday, we talked about actually addressing, hold on, things that needed to be changed from our old conditioning. And what this is saying is that, you know, you are prepared now to look at these wounds, you know, and instead of trying to resist them or suppress them like I feel that you have done in the past, this is saying you are accepting them, you are facing them head on, and that is when you start to heal, and that is when they stop from holding you back as well. Now, the figure in this as well, he's naked, he's vulnerable, and he's just allowing this like love and touch to heal him as well. And a lot of times we don't appreciate the power of touch as well. So when we are touched or when we are touching somebody, we produce like the love hormone in our head, you know, and a simple touch can just reassure somebody, it can offer security, and it can strengthen bonds as well. So it's like, it's sort of here, hugs heal, you know, go out and get hugged this weekend. I think that's what's coming in. When we look at this card as well, if we look at the aura around his body, you know, it's full of light as well. And by relaxing into this experience, you know, by accepting the care and the love that is surrounding him, what he is doing, you know, he's like, the struggle is over here, you know, and any suffering that I feel he's been a victim of is sort of starting to diminish. And, you know, sometimes it's very hard to take help as well. Today I have people coming over to help me, and I'm terrible with receiving help. I'm really bad at receiving, but they offered to help. I needed the help, and it's like, right, okay. And it was quite hard for me to do it, but it was also, it took a pressure off me as well, because it's like, you don't have to do this on your own. There are people there who will help and support you. And I really feel that's what's happening here. And when he being healed, when he is allowing himself to be supported, when he is allowing himself to be cared for and hugged, what is happening is this is actually opening his heart chakra here as well, you know. And if we have a look, there's like lotuses all around in that figure as well. And what happens with the lotus is the lotus flower comes from the deepest, darkest mud, so it's like the more shit you've gone through, the more beautiful you become when you bloom. So this is about, not hiding from yourself, not hiding your pain from others neither, but being open and accepting any healing that is coming your way. I mentioned last week I had an amazing healing from a great friend of mine, Becky. She's Heavenly Connections on Facebook, and it was a Pleiadian light healing that I had for her. And honestly, I've felt so different after it. It was, and I'm not pushing our business, but what I'm saying is on a personal level, it helped me so much. So this is about actually starting to become healthy again and starting to become whole. And, once we start feeling, once we allow these feels, this is when we start healing as well. Now, the other Osho card that's coming out, I really, really love this one. This one's got a touch of magic with it. And it's sort of like, right, okay, I want you to sprinkle fairy dust. What is it in Peter Pan? It's like, well, all you need is faith, trust, and a little bit of fairy dust. And this is saying, lighten up. Life does not need to be too serious, and it's sometimes we think, oh yeah, we're a grown up, we've got to do all this. You haven't, this is about actually allowing your playful side out and finding opportunities where you can play and where you can be light-hearted as well. Now if we look in this card, the person in it is just basically celebrating being alive here, and it's like they've broke free from any restrictions, and it's like, yay, freedom, and they feel like a kid again, and just want to go running off and experience. And there's a real exhilaration coming through this as well, and if we think about children, I always say we can learn so much from children. They take beauty and pleasure from the simple things. So it's like looking at shells on the beach, building castles. They don't worry about what's going to come over and knock them over. They're doing it because that's what they want to do at the time. They're not worrying if that sandcastle's still going to be there in 2 days' time. It's they're living for the moment, and they're taking out of it the enjoyment that they can get. So the woman in this card, it's like she knows life's a game. And she knows that fun is the main aspect of any game. That's why we play games, unless they're emotional headfuck games. But, hopefully most of the people that watch these don't actually play them, a lot of other people do. So what this is saying here is, this is saying that, like, this is about laughter, and just enjoying the moment. Now, if we have a look, it's sort of like a clown there, isn't it? And if we think, clowns have tears. So this is saying, things aren't always going to be easy. But if you can find laughter, even in the darkest days, this will help you through. Laughter is healing. Laughter will nourish you as well, and being around people who can make you laugh. I know one of my friends came the other day, and I was not in a good place, and he said something, and it literally, the whole room just started laughing. It wasn't meant to be funny, but it was really, really funny. And instantly, my energy changed just because of this laughing, and when we are laughing, when we allow this inner child out, this is when we can thrive. And like I say, life can be tough at times, but if you can laugh through the tears, then you are truly, truly blessed. So when this card is coming in as well, it's a saying that there's a freshness coming, there's a new, something wonderful is on the horizon for you, and what you need is to find that playful innocence within you. Find the clarity as well, tune into your inner guide, and welcome whatever is coming with open arms, because there's just such a nice feeling. So I feel this weekend there's going to be, there's going to be laughter, there's going to be friendships. Be with people that make you laugh. Like I say, the people that are coming to help me, there's a craziness amongst all of them, but I know we will get the work done, but we will have a laugh, no doubt. Something, I will have more stories on Monday when I come in here. So the card for Sunday is the Six of Swords. Now, this takes it back a little bit. So we've had all this wonderful energy on Saturday. As we come into Sunday, I feel Sunday is a contemplating day. Okay, so what we've got here with Sunday is the Six of Swords. Now, it's a really nice card, this, but it does focus on pain. And what this talks about is a transition, and moving away from something. So it's change again, which is what we've talked about the last couple of days in the cards. And like I've said, with any endings, there does come pain. So this is talking about a lot of healing being needed at the moment. You are going into smoother waters. You are like sort of the rocky times are sort of diminishing. It's like the storm is calming down a little bit. But there will be, you think if there's been a storm, there's always debris left, and this is what this card is talking about. So if we have a look at that figure in the boat, she's got this orange cloak with her, so this is an emotion. She's consumed in her emotions as well, and even though she's moving out of a situation, she still has the swords in front of her. Now, the swords are things that have caused her pain with it within the past, so this person here, I always see this as just fate. I don't feel there's a connection there, so it's just fate is moving you into smoother waters here. So like I say, she's going to get to her destination. Fate is helping you here. So if we have a look, we have the Six Swords in front of her, and they've sort of formed a barrier, and although, like I say, she's going into a better time, they are still there. Now, what I want to say is, with healing does not mean forgetting the past or forgetting what's hurt you. Because if she tries to get rid of those swords, what will happen? Them swords are stuck in that boat. So if she tries to get in them, then they will leave holes in the boat and water will actually come into it. So what she needs to do in order to heal and in order to go into this smoother transition and this sort of a calmer stage of her life is she needs to address and not forget those as well. Because like I say, the swords are pain that is caused, anybody who is an empath knows, pain is bad at the best of times. Pain, when you are an empathic, it cuts deep, and it can be immense. It can overwhelm us, it can consume us, and sometimes this is why we have to move away. If we are in a painful situation, we need to move away for our own good, and sometimes it can just be a tiny little thing. It can be like the straw that broke the camel's back that pushes us to do this. And once a boundary has been crossed, then there is no going back. And this is where this person is. So like I say, it's heading towards this new beginning. But I do feel there is, healing. I feel laughter, is sort of your prescription at the moment as well. Being around people that can make you laugh as well. So like I say, this is the best thing for you at the moment. There's mental clarity coming, after you've heard lessons, after you've learned lessons. And what this is saying is like, everything is transient, nothing can stay the same, and even your pain will heal. So any pain that you are feeling because you are breaking away from something, know that it will heal. You will have learned lessons from this as well, and you will know now that in future you are going to be more careful of who you trust. You're not going to be closed off, because as we said in yesterday's cards, that isn't cool for you, that isn't good. But there's a little bit more caution here, because trust, respect, and allowing somebody into your life is a massive gift, and you are giving that to somebody. And if they don't appreciate that or take care of that treasured gift, then you can't have room for them in your life. So this is about not cutting people out, but taking out anything that isn't serving you and isn't actually making you feel good as well. So we've got to see things how they are. And this is why I say that she's still got to focus on this pain. It's like that realize, 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 so this is it. She could just get rid of them, but then she would sink. So it's about facing your fears head on, facing any hurts that you've had head on as well, but knowing that you are going out of them, knowing that you are going to a safer place as well. When people show us who they truly are, it might hurt us, but that is actually a gift that they're giving us as well. So this card is saying, give yourself permission to walk away from anything that gives you bad vibes. I seen a meme the other day. I love a meme, me, and I seen one the other day, and it said, what was it? if I have to sage my house after you've been here, then we can't hang out, we can't be cool. And I really thought that was funny, because like I say, my house is my sacred place, and it's very careful of who you let into that sacred place as well. So this is like, don't try and make sense of stuff. Why this? Why that? It's about just recognizing what happened, what went on, and actually moving out of this, and trusting your inner voice as well. Because, like I say, you are coming into a much better phase. So even though there's a little bit pain around this, I don't feel, that it's anything to worry about at all. And when we get pain, and pain is like sort of our body alerting us that there's something that's wrong, So this is about highlighting an issue here. And, this is sort of, it happens in our body, but it happens in our lives as well. So if something is causing you pain, then it needs to be removed, or you need to move yourself away from that as well. And it's sort of like you wouldn't walk around with a stone in your shoe forever, because eventually that would cause you to change the way that you are walking. So it's just removing any annoyances, removing anything that is causing discomfort as well. And remembering as well, I mean, this woman there, she may feel pretty alone, when she's in this transition. But being alone isn't half as bad as actually feeling lonely when you are around people. So, like I say, be around people who are going to give you lightheartedness, who are going to make you laugh, who are going to make you believe in magic again. I mean, look, we've got the magic in that card, So this is it. People that sparkle, because when you sparkle, that sparkle, it's like this fairy dust, and it actually sprinkles on to everybody as well. So this is saying, believe that you are going into better times. That's it. It's, you are making this movement into a better time. Now, the Colette Baron Reid card that I'm going to end on today is actually in the upright position. I think the first one we've had in weeks. And this is Treasure Island. And if we have a look, there's a lot of blue in it as well, So this is, like I say, this is all healing as well. And there's a lot of stars and hearts and everything. So there's magic in this card. There's magic in that treasure box. And what this is saying is, you have worked hard. That has not gone unnoticed at all. The universe knows and sees what you have gone through, and it's also wanting to reward you as well, for your faith, and for your belief, and sort of for believing again. So you are going to be rewarded with abundance, and I feel this could be financial, but it could also be around loving people as well. Like we've talked quite a bit about this, about this feeling of being loved, this touch, and everything like that. And it's like, things are starting to fall into place. It might be a bit slow coming, because that turtle's sort of, it's not going anywhere fast. But this is saying it's like X marks the spot, and that is where you are heading. So this is saying there's a lot of opportunities, and I really feel fruitful opportunities that are going to be presented with you within even the next 6 weeks. I feel they've just brought 6 weeks in there. So February into March, I feel is going to be a very, very what's the word? There's a lot of possibilities and a lot of opportunities as well. Some of them might be very obvious to you, and some of them may not be as apparent, but what this card is saying is trust your intuition. That is lighting your way now, and you are entering into a much better phase than what you have been in, and all of this navigating you've been trying to do, if you use your internal sat nav, you use your soul as your compass, this will get you to this treasure island. So it's like the map of your soul, if that makes sense. That's what I'm saying, like an old map with an X on it. So where is that? Where look in your soul and think, where does that X lie? And head for it. That's what you need to do. So this is talking, there's a lot of good fortune coming here. Like I say, there's abundance, and this is inner and outer riches. I really feel this is like, don't forget to share your bounty with people as well, because I think, when we share our treasures, they multiply, and this is when we can spread the magic and spread the love as well. So I really feel people are going to be important with this, but as I mentioned yesterday, I feel this is going to be more on a soul level, like a tribe level, like a soul family sort of thing, like a karmic thing. But like I say, there's a lot of laughter in it, a lot of potential. So this weekend, just take it easy, take it easy. Don't rush anything. Know the good's coming. I feel once we hit February, the energy is just going to lift. It started already, it has started already, but it's just going to get bigger and better and more exciting as well. Like I say, this isn't a time to be scared of the transition. It's a time to embrace it, because it's a wonderful, wonderful feeling. And I think any wounds that need healing will be healed as well, so that's it. So you're going to be all bright and shiny new, which is the best way to be, isn't it? So I hope you like those cards, and I hope you have an absolutely fabulous weekend. If anybody would like a reading with me, please get in touch via my Facebook page or via my website. The links are below. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, and then you will get notified when I post a new video. And above all, just make sure that you laugh this weekend and just have a really good time. Be playful, allow that inner child out, and I feel you'll feel much better after it. Okay, I'll be back on Monday with the cards of today. Sat now.